Hello. 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 There we go. Hey, how you doing? Not bad. Long time no see. Yeah, how's life treating you? How's life treating you? Family's all good? Good, good. Glad to hear that. Can you hear me okay? Hey, look at, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful woman there. Yep, because you had that effect on her.
Look at her, she's smiling. Yeah. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Hey,
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 Mom.
Is that big head Jimmy and Niecy?
Hey, Mom. How you doing?
Hey, Mom.
Y'all see her good?
Yeah, I can see her
Yeah,
fine. Thank you.
Okay, how you doing? Fine.
Hello, Mrs. Dupree. Hey, Mommy, Miss Lyla. Yeah. Well, you're up today and looking beautiful, and smiling.
I'm leaving my new phone.
Okay.
He said I didn't take his time.
Okay. Hey, Mommy. Okay. Mommy, Miss Lyla. I'll make sure she can hear me okay.
So, Jimmy's supposed to cut those hedges. Speed out front.
All right. Does he know it already?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Okay, that's fine.
But just in case.
All right. Hey, Dan, she see me. Hi. That's me, that knucklehead. How you doing today? I missed you last week. You were asleep when I called you last week. Look at you looking just as beautiful. I love that outfit. And you look clear-eyed. And you got the baby with you. And we still got to do this thing because of that COVID, that virus. But soon we'll be able to get back out the room again. So it won't be long. I see you. You look cute today, man. You look real. I'm happy to see you. Wow, what a pleasure. I'm so glad to see you up today. You were tired last week. Peep at me. I'm gonna peep at you. Yep, it's me. It's Jimmy. Yep. You look happy today. You look really in good spirits. And it's a beautiful top you have on. And the baby is pretty. And it's a beautiful day outside. It is hot outside though. It's smoking outside. It's going to be almost 100 degrees again today. At least it's going to feel like it. And it's real humid. So, yeah, last week when I called you, you were in bed asleep. I didn't want to wake you. So, since we got a bad video connection, hopefully this has been an interesting day. I think with all the heat, a lot of places are having power outages. The lights were flashing a minute ago here at my house. And so they won't flash where you are, but I think everybody's got air conditioning on, and it's just really going to be a hot day. Even though September is right around the corner, it's going to be a hot day. I remember in September, we would go back to school, the leaves would be falling off the trees. Now, when it's September, it's still hot like summertime. And sometimes it's still hot as far as November, and sometimes even in December we get warm days. But it used to be, by the time it would be ready to go back to school, we used to wear jackets and sweaters. That's how cool it would be. And it would be leaves all in the street, from the leaves falling off the trees already. Isn't that something? Yeah. And it goes skipping on down the street to 101. Did you see somebody this week? I hope you saw somebody. Did you see Sharon? Diane? Did you see Marshall? Did you see Tootie? Or Neil? Or Rachel? Or Jason? Anybody see you on the screen? Remember, this is me. I'm gonna get real close so you can see it's me, Jimmy. The big head, gray hair, bald head, old man. Yep. And so this is good. I was thinking of something else I was reminded of. Because I'm already, it's been hot. All week it was hot. And the air was stifling. Maybe you kicked the table a little bit just now. I saw the camera move. How's that baby doing? The baby been good? Where you ready to go someplace? You getting ready to get up? Where you getting ready to leave? Don't go anywhere. Stay with me for a little while. Yeah. Nope, somebody must have walked in. Well, your hair looks cute today. I like how they did your hair. You got it pulled back in a little bun. And your face is just bright, and your eyes are always bright and cheerful. Yeah, always happy. Always smiling. I gotta take a picture so I can show everybody. I put this up on the internet so people can see you that not with me right now. I just wanted to let you look down. All right, put them down. What's that baby doing? The baby acting up? Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to sit for a while. Sometimes I don't want to keep running my mouth because I talk too much. I just want to sit with you. So this is the best thing we can do until the virus goes away. I can't come in because they won't let anybody in right now until the virus goes away. So as soon as they do, the last time we did, we went and sat outside, remember? We sat outside and it was nice and pretty outside. And we sat for a good while. Then we sat in the recreation room. Remember that the last time I was there, I sat in the recreation room, I bought some donuts. Remember, I bought you a donut. So I'm going to bring you some more as soon as I can get back up there. Let me come back in, I'll bring some more. Because I bought donuts for you. I bought donuts for Miss Carter. And I bought donuts for the nurses that take care of you. Because they do a good job, don't they? You look real cute. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. So I took enough pictures, but what I do is I videotape our visit so I can put it up. So somebody like Marshall who can't come all the time, he can just go on the computer and he can see you. Isn't that nice? And what we were when I was a kid. We were hoping one day we would be able to do this, where I can see you even though I'm not there. We can talk, and I can see you, and I can see the baby, I can see what you got on. And it's just like I'm sitting in a room with you. So I'm sitting in here looking at you, you're sitting in here looking at me. Your eyes are bright and clear. My eyes are medium bloodshot and beady eyed. Yeah. So I was talking to somebody about back in the old days when I would go up to Miami Street and pay my teachers, Miss Harris, I used to pay her bills. You could pay the phone bill and the gas and electric bill at the bank. And they had those cards that had the holes in the card. The card used to say, do not fold, staple, or mutilate. They were computer cards. You had to give them the card and you give them the money, but you could pay your bills right at the bank. You do everything at the bank back in the old days. People paid their rent. They paid everything. Just go right right to the bank, and it would take care of it all. So you didn't have to worry. Now you got to pay. Now you have to mail it, and maybe they'll get it. And then if they don't get it, you can go on a computer and pay on the computer. And see how things are. I went to Michael's store today. Somebody walk in? Nope. When I went to Michael's, they had signs that say no cash. They don't even want your money. They want you to pay on with a credit card. Man. That's kind of crazy. So I said, well, look, I want to pay with cash. I really would prefer to pay with cash. And the woman said, I'll take your money this time. And because she had change. Sometimes they don't have change, so they don't want to. They don't want to take cash. It's great. They don't want to take the cash. They want you to use the credit card. So now you just put a card in everywhere and do what you got to do. You know. So when this virus is over, the things will get back to normal. So hopefully it won't be much longer. Maybe by the time September's here, good. Maybe we can come see you for your birthday. I hope you don't have to wait that long, because your birthday is next weekend, I think, 28th. Yeah, probably next weekend. Yeah, but think about it. Let's see if I can. Okay. Your birthday is a week from Wednesday. So your birthday is like about 10 days from now. And I'm not going to tell you how old you're going to be, because the lady never tells her age, so I won't tell you your age. So you can tell people, I'll tell you the truth, you'll be 39. Did you hear me, Mom? Miss Lyla. Your TV must be on now. Yeah. You'll be 39 your birthday. So what are you looking at, Mom? What is that you looking at? Who's that you looking at? You see somebody? You got company? Your birthday will be next Wednesday. You'll be 39 years old. Yeah, you laughing too. Neither one of us will see 39 again. Yeah, we won't see 39. But I just hope we're here, right? That's all that counts. So it'll be lunchtime soon. I guess I'll be bringing you something nice to eat. And then Maya was in today. She is a nice lady. Isn't she nice? She always, you had a big smile when you saw her too. That meant you knew you were getting ready to get a phone call. Hey, Mom, do you remember years ago we had a party line telephone? And I think the woman's name that lived over top of us, Dot, and Popeye. Now, Miss Francis's husband's name was Redcap. So one was named Redcap, one was named Popeye. So Dot's husband was named Popeye. And Miss Francis's husband, we called him Redcap. That's a name I hadn't thought about in a long time. But I just think about the party line. Every time we would pick up the phone, somebody would be talking on it. You had to talk about, I need to use the phone. And maybe they would stop talking, and maybe they wouldn't stop talking. But some people were kind of ignorant, and they would keep talking, saying, I need to use the phone, it's an emergency. They'd be run their mouth. Yep. Yeah. Party line telephone. Now, they've been promising that we would be able to see each other and talk over the phone since I was a little boy. And 60 years later, here we go. We finally can see you. I see you, and you can see me. And we can talk to each other. That's right. Yeah. And even though I can't be there with you, I can sit right in the room with you right now. I like your hair. Your hair is beautiful, huh? Yeah. So I'm just sit. Like I said, sometimes people think they gotta just keep talking. I think sometimes there's sometimes just to sit quietly, right? I wish I could see what you see out your window. I know it's pretty because I can see the sunshine on your face. Your face is shining and your skin is clean. They clean you up real good today. They always keep you nice and clean and pretty. You have that beautiful top on. Wow. Yeah, that's a beautiful top. And it looks like they did your nails too, because they look nice and fresh. So you look good, man. You look glamorous today. And I think your nails are longer now. You didn't have long nails when you were younger. You like long nails now, but they look real nice on you. You know, you used to wear fingernail polish. You wore lipstick. You didn't wear a lot of makeup. And you didn't wear piercing. You didn't have your ears pierced until you were probably in your 50s. Used to wear clip-on earrings. They were clip-on, snap-on. And that's how you wore earrings for a long time. Then you finally got somewhere in the 1980s or 1990s, maybe the 1990s, you got your ears pierced. Yep. That was the first time you did that. Oh, excuse me for yawning. It's just it's been hot. I've been trying to work outside to keep the house clean outside. So some days that gets to be hard, a lot of hard work cutting the grass and cutting the bushes and all that stuff. When I come, I'm gonna figure out maybe it's a way I can show you pictures of things, which would be really nice. Where I could just put a picture up because you haven't seen Kennedy in a while. She's getting big, and Cameron is got his own. Sean's son Cameron has his own house, his own car. That's his great grandson. He's been working at Hopkins Hospital for the longest time. You don't even know that his great grandmother worked at Hopkins Hospital. And he doesn't know that Wanda Lee works at the hospital. She still works at Hopkins. Yeah. So she should be about 26 or 27 years old. Yeah. She'll be almost. Sean Braxton's 32, so Braxton's only about 5 years older than him. That's not. Yeah. That must be a little table in front of you that just tilts every now and then. Every now and then the camera moves like somebody's holding it. And I know they're not holding it because I wouldn't want to be sitting there the whole time holding the camera. They could just set it down someplace go from there. That's a cute little dress that baby got on, a pink dress. Kenny likes pink. A pink with a little flower on it. That makes me think, I remember, I don't know how we had them for such a long time. Did somebody just walk in? Sounds like something. Hello? I don't say that was real fast. Hi, Miss Carter. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we used to have the babies' cribs. We had, it was a blonde colored wood with lambs, little white lambs on, little white sheep. I remember them things because we seemed to always have it because it was always new babies. And we would get, and so we had a crib, and the cribs had these little white sheep on them, jumping over a fence. Some people used to count sheep. They used to say count sheep if you want to go to sleep. I haven't heard anybody say that in a long time. They used to say count sheep. If you can't sleep, count sheep. Count the sheep. And now young people won't know what that means at all. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, Bobby. I don't mean to be yawning. I think if I sit still too long there, I go to sleep. I have to get up and stay busy. That's what keeps me awake during the day. Is I go out in the yard or find things to do around the house. So I've been fixing stuff and making stuff. I made some flower boxes for Denise. I painted the shed and fixed the doors on the shed. I've just been doing little projects, little things. Stuff, still more things I want to do that I'm going to do in his hands. And basically, just that makes my day go by. I do help out at the church. I do the church program every Sunday and things like that. So I do help where I can. Learn how to. Oh, looking at me, I'm looking at you. You know what I was just thinking? We're like, me and Denise are like Miss King. We're one of the oldest couples on the block now. And everybody calls me Mr. Jim or Mr. Jimmy. And they call her Miss Denise. And we be looking out the door, looking out the window to see what's going on. Wow. Yeah. Everybody's younger. The good news is a lot of them don't have children. And as much as I like children, I don't know if I would want to run around on my yard and stuff like that. So, I love children. I love when Dee Dee comes in. Dee Dee can do it, but we know as much time I broke people's windows playing baseball. The ball used to go on Miss Murray and Miss Ann's yard. Remember Miss Ann on Castle Street, the house David bought. You put the ball would go over in the fence in their yard, and they didn't want to give you. They had the fence locked, and they had a real high fence on the yard. And they didn't want nobody to get the ball, so you couldn't climb the fence. And if you knocked on the door, they howled and screamed. And all we had, we were just playing in the yard. But that one of the days, then they end up selling their house to David, and they turned out to be nice people, but it took them a long time. I'm not sure if Miss Ann was the mean one. Miss Murray was always nice. Miss Murray would come outside and get the ball and toss it to her and be smiling the whole time. Miss Ann was the mean one. She'd come outside mad and howling and screaming about y'all kids with the ball. But they'd give it to us. And then in the end, Miss Ann would be the one that would be talking to me all the time. I'd see her on the street and she would stop and I couldn't get away from her. She'd be talking. And she stayed there till she sold that house, and they sold that house to David. Huh? And then remember Miss Griffin? She used to have us sweeping the alley. We would sweep the alley. Then we would pull all the grass out of the cracks in the road. So that alley would be so clean, you could sit on it. I mean, it would be that alley. We had the cleanest. A lot of people had a clean block, but she was able to get everybody on both sides of the alley to keep the alley clean. And then she would give us hot dogs or snowballs or frozen cups. You know, some kind of little reward. That was really kind of nice back then. Yeah. I look back, I see our little block. Look down the street next door was Miss Murray's house. And then Miss Griffin's house. And then Pastor Smith's house. And then remember Miss Virginia Lee and Bubby, and Mr. Herbert, and Roger and Donnell and Jean. And then Scotty and Zelma. Then Mr. Johnny's house, which was Deborah and Herbert and Miss Bedford. And then next door to that house was the house that Edie Mae and Miss Martha Lee lived in. But before they lived in it was Norvell's family. Norvell and Jean and Junebug, they all lived in that house. And then the corner house, well, next to the corner house was Miss Clark. You had John Clark and his brother Jimmy and Mrs. Clark. And then she had grandchildren that would come every now and then, Mark and Susan. And they would spend some time with her. And then in the corner was a little storefront church. And that little storefront church went on to become Knox Presbyterian Church. It started right down that corner. Then they brought the building up on Biddle Street and Broadway. And then they built a building on Eden and Preston Street. And it's still there, and that church is still there. But they started out right down the street from us. Yep, Knox Presbyterian Church. I think about in the summertime, Reverend Smith, like Mrs. Smith, would take us down to Bible school at their church, Reverend Smith's church. She played the organ. And I had a good time. That would be fun to go down there, and it was different. And Reverend Smith, they were nice people. They turned to be nice people. They had a really nice house on the inside. They had a big organ in the living room. And then where we have a dining room, they had like a library room. He had bookshelves all the way around the room. The whole room was bookshelves. Then they ate in the kitchen. And then he had a summer kitchen in the back that he turned into a greenhouse. So, you know, they were always planting stuff. They had all kinds of flowers in the yard. And so they had a nice thing. And on the second floor, they had the same thing again. They had the master bedroom. Then the middle room was another library. And then the back bedroom was a guest room. So that only reason why I know is because I've been in every house on Washington Street. At some point in time, I either did something for somebody, fixed something for somebody, ran an errand for something. I might have put air conditioners. I put air conditioners in people's windows. You know, I was always doing something. So I end up in everybody's house. I've been in every house on that block, from corner to corner. Now across the street, not every house, but quite a few houses I have been in. So I was always doing something. So Reverend Smith's house, I've been in real good. So he had a nice house. Yeah. That was good old days. And on a hot summer night, it would be too hot to come in the house. So everybody would be sitting out on the front steps because it would just be so hot. The second floor would be like on fire. It would be so hot. So everybody sat outside and people would be out on the front talking until way in the morning. Then when the sun come up, then everybody will go in and try to go to sleep. But some nights I got to stay up because I would be across the street on Francine steps. You all would let me stay up late sometimes. Sometimes I'd be outside 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I would be right across the street and I just come in and come to bed. It would be so hot. And then David and Marshall would be poked holes in the screens. So then it would be hot and be in the bed sweating. And the flies would start biting me. I wake up and the flies bite me. It was a rough thing. Yeah, I'd be so mad with them. We have a nice new screen and they poke a hole in it with their finger. Poke a hole. See what they can do. But those were good days though. I think every day, my little routine, I'd be in the backyard, the guy would come up with a horse in Miss Johnny Mae's garage. Every day, in the morning, he'd take that horse out. And if I could, I used to love watching, because he always had a big black horse. Every now and then, he would hit that horse, or he would punch that horse in the head or something. He wouldn't do what he said. So he would take that horse and open up the garage and walk that horse and put that horse on that wagon and pull that wagon out and close the garage. And I couldn't wait for him to come back because I just want to look at that big horse. It was a big horse. I like doing that. And that guy didn't sell fruit. He was a junk man. He would go around and pick up pieces of metal and old copper wire and stuff. And he made his money that way. And he actually had a house up off the Alameda somewhere. So he lived in a nice neighborhood. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I guess it's that time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, these things happen. It was nice to see Mom today, and she's up and cheerful. And so I appreciate every minute I had.
No problem.
And what are you gonna do this weekend?
Nothing.
Nothing's good sometimes. Don't feel bad.
My son starts school on Monday.
Oh.
So we'll get ready for that.
Oh, I understand. And yeah. And I know you can't wait, right? I know you can't wait, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just hope it, works out well to get
Yeah, sometimes I forget that, like, even right now, this is not normal because of the COVID. Right, even now, I take it because we've done it so many times now. I feel like I'm sitting in the room with you. And the truth is nothing's normal. So going back to school, we don't know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, so all I can do is just be sure you make things, wash things,
Yeah.
some wet ones, put it in food and stuff. But I've been doing that even before COVID.
Yeah. What grade is he in?
Four.
4th grade. So he's 9, going on 9. Okay. Wow, that's a nice looking young man too. He looks serious though for not that age. Are you still there? No, he looks serious. But I know you know the other side too, right? Really? Well, do you know what mother birds do with their babies, don't you? They take them to the edge of the branch and they tell them to fly. And if they don't fly, what do? She pushes them off. That's right. Now, right, he's only 9 now. I mean, when he gets a little bit older, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's a hard thing to do, but what you want to do is you want to prepare him so he can take care of himself, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what'll do it for boys is chores and responsibilities. So when he's got to do things, it teaches him discipline. And that's a hard thing for boys. If you don't, I mean, I'm just going to say this, all right? What you don't want to end up with is you taking care of a grown man one day because he can't do nothing for himself. Yeah, teach him how to cook, make him help you fix meals, You know, clean up. You know, take the trash out. Keep them
Yeah, we
busy.
do that, you know, when the trash gets taken out, you know, put it in the bag and trash bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good, when it's time, like we come to the market or whatever, and I'm getting stuff out the trunk, we carry it.
Good. Good. Good.
He holds the door.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Good.
He's well mannered.
Good. Good. Well, he's got good minds. Yeah. So anyway, can I holler up goodbye to my mother, and then I'll let you go. I love you, mommy. Miss Lyla, she's smiling at you, and I'm the one talking. Oh, Miss Dupree, Miss Lyla, Mom. Hey, Mom. Yoo-hoo. All right. I love you, Mommy. I hope you hear me. She's just enjoying the fact she's got nice company.
Yeah.
She knows good people. She can sense it. There she is. There she looking. I'll see you later, Mommy. Love you. Stay out of trouble. All right. All right. All right. You too. Thanks again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. See you, Mommy.